Pokemon, a popular Japanese franchise containing pocket monsters from games, TV series, trading cards, and many more. We have all played or at least heard of Pokemon during our childhood days or still facing it in the present days. Everyone has a favorite Pokemon, whether it's our nostalgic starter we have bonded with since the beginning, or rather, a specific Pokemon we have an eye on. These creatures come in many personalities, powers, and designs. But where did they get their inspiration from? And how many of these designs are associated with Japanese folklore or other folklore? Don't worry, I'm here to reveal all the mysteries and stories for you to understand. I'm the Canvas Virtuoso. My job right now is to paint and color the image for you. Therefore, we can clarify all the vague pieces of information, put them into a big canvas. As a result, you can see a clear picture of all the painted matching pieces that you have missed. Today's job is to figure out all the Pokemon designs that got their inspiration from Japanese yokai, explain the origins, and talk about the differences and similarities between those two creatures. The Pokemon appearances have their roots in the Japanese folklore. The world of the yokai is vast, and we can find many yokai in different forms, from ghosts, spirits, and shapeshifters to demons, monsters, and supernatural beings. But the Pokemon universe is no different. It's as big as the yokai folklore, and I'll gladly connect these realms for us to unveil all the mysteries. Saze Oni is a creature from Japanese folklore, often depicted as a monstrous or supernatural being. The name Saze refers to a type of sea snail, and Oni is a term used for demons or ogres in Japanese mythology. The Saze Oni is typically associated with the sea, and it is said to take on the appearance of a woman with long hair wearing a kimono. However, it has a shell on its back, resembling the shell of a saze, a turban shell. The creature is known for its ability to transform and disguise itself, often luring fishermen or travelers near the shore. The Saze Oni is said to trick humans by appearing in distress, and when someone approaches to help, it reveals its true form and attacks. Slowking, and we can also add other evolution lines like Slowbro, are very different from this yokai. They are a mix of a pink giant otter, a giant salamander, and a hippopotamus. The only similarity is its crown, similar to the Saze Oni shell. These Pokemon don't have malicious intentions like luring people. It is said that Slowpokes, their lesser evolution, rarely move and have lazy characteristics. But once their tail is bitten by a Shelder, it evolves to a Slowbro. And on rare occasions with the right conditions, they can evolve to a Slowking and gain immense knowledge after their Stage 2 evolution. The Basan is another creature from Japanese folklore. It is often described as a mythical bird, similar to a chicken or pheasant, with vibrant, multicolored feathers. The Basan is said to live in the mountains of Japan and is known for its ability to breathe ghostly fire. Despite its fiery breath, the Basan is generally considered a harmless creature. It avoids human contact and is not known for being aggressive. The flames it breathes are said to be colorful and beautiful rather than destructive. Legend has it that the Basan can only be seen at night when its radiant plumage and ethereal flames are more visible. Magmar is a Gen 1 Pokemon that has the same appearance as the Basan, a fire-breathing bird. In Magmar's case, it's a crossbreed between a duck and a salamander. It is said that this Pokemon hates the cold weather and resides in active volcanoes. Its body temperature is very hot, over the boiling temperature, giving its body an orange glow. This Pokemon from the first generation got its lesser and higher evolution line added later. In Gen 2, the small baby Magby, and in Gen 4, the detonator Magmortar. Amakiri is a creature from Japanese folklore, and its name translates to net cutter in English. The Amakiri specifically is said to inhabit bodies of water, such as rivers and ponds. Amakiri is characterized by its appearance as a crustacean or insect-like creature with long, cutting arms or pincers. According to legend, it comes out at night and uses its sharp limbs to cut fishing nets and lines. Fishermen would sometimes find their nets mysteriously sliced, and Amikiri was believed to be the mischievous entity responsible. The Amikiri is considered a nuisance rather than a malevolent creature, as it generally does not cause harm beyond cutting fishing gear. Nevertheless, its presence adds an element of mystery and wonder to Japanese folklore, contributing to the rich tapestry of supernatural beings in the country's traditional stories. Gligar is a flying purple chiropteran Pokemon with scorpion features. Flying and sharp scissors are very similar to the Amikiri, but Gligar has nothing to do with nets or water. His typing is flying and ground type, the very opposite of water. This Pokemon can emit sound waves to detect obstacles and fly around them. It glides smoothly and silently through the air with its limbs extended. It has more resemblance to a stinging scorpion bat than a net cutter. Jinmenju, also known as the human-faced tree or Jinmenju no Ki in Japanese, is a legendary tree in Japanese folklore. According to the stories, the Jinmenju is said to have fruits or nuts that resemble human faces. These faces are often depicted as smiling or laughing. The tree's human-faced fruits are said to come to life and make various facial expressions, especially when the wind blows or the tree is shaken. Despite its unusual and somewhat eerie appearance, the Jinmenju is generally considered a benign and mysterious entity rather than a malevolent creature. Executor is a coconut tree Pokemon that has many faces. The coconut heads resemble the faces of the Himenju. Their heads think independently and don't appear interested in one another, so it makes a lot of noise as each head speaks its mind. They still appear to get along though, for they never squabble amongst themselves. If all the heads want to go in a different direction, its body is unable to move. They can communicate telepathically as well and sometimes use it to come to a joint decision. If one of these heads grows too large, it falls off and groups together with others to become an execute. There is also a taller and more draconic sibling from the Alola region. The Tsuchinoko is often described as a snake-like being with a stout body similar to a fat or short snake. It is said to have a distinctive feature of being able to jump or leap great distances. Various regions in Japan have their versions of the Tsuchinoko legend, but some common characteristics include a length of about 30 to 80 centimeters, a venomous bite, and the ability to speak human language. Some stories suggest that the Tsuchinoko can even predict the weather or has other supernatural abilities. There are similarities to the Tsuchinoko, being a small snake of wider features. Dunsparce is a serpentine and somewhat insectoid. Its head is round with a wide mouth extending under its jowls and curving up toward the middle of its face. Its chin is blue with two rounded prongs. Its eyes, round and rimmed with blue, are kept closed, revealing its cream-colored eyelids. On Dunsparce's upper back are two tiny white wings. Its body ends in a drill-like tail. Dunsparce can float slightly with its wings, which some scientists believe were used to fly in the sky during ancient times. However, it avoids detection and flees when spotted by burrowing into the ground with its tail. It lives immobile in caves and beneath the earth, where it makes maze-like nests. Dunsparce might not be the supernatural snake like the Tsuchinoko, but who knows? He might have a very strong evolution. A strong dragon, perhaps? And which one is your favorite Pokemon? Write it down in the comment section, and also why. Is it the Pokemon's traits, design, or the overall vibe? Thank you so much for watching my painting. It's been a pleasure making content for you guys. This year, in 2023, was the new beginning for the Canvas Virtuoso, and I want to paint more in those upcoming years. I read all of your recommendations and support. In the next year, I have a lot prepared for you guys. Not for the next year, but for many years to come. This is my thank you, and I'm wishing you a happy new year and a wonderful Christmas. Can't wait to uncover new mysteries. So are you ready?